We begin tonight with state playoff action from the high school ranks. 26 teams from our area reached the state quarterfinal round, with more than a dozen programs hosting state games in the metro area. We start at RF&P Park in the West End as Glen hosted Independence in the Class 5 quarterfinals. Top of the fifth, 2-1 Tigers, and Michael Corner adds to that lead with a bloop single just out of the reach of the second baseman that scored a run. Independence up 3-1 heading into the bottom of the seventh. The Jaguars would put runners on at second and third with nobody out. Tigers pitcher Ben Buckman gets a little wild. Chris Johnson races down the line and makes it just ahead of the tag. Glen Allen down 3-2. Andrew Harris still at the plate. He ropes one down the left field line for extra bases. James Hall easily scores from third to tie the game up at 3. Next batter is Via Payton. He lays down the bunt. Buckman's throw to first, just a bit high. Harris comes in to score the game-winning run for Glen Allen as they advance to the state semifinals 4-3. Douglas Freeman would join them in the semifinals after a 4-2 win over Riverside. In Class 6, Manchester in their first ever state quarterfinal game hosting Freedom out of Northern Virginia. Bottom of the first, Austin Riney with a base hit to right. Jackson Wise slides in just ahead of the tag to give the Lancers a 1-0 lead. Couple of batters later, Lancers go for the double steal. Dylan Jones breaks to the plate, scores without a throw. Manchester up 2-1, 2-0 after an inning. Freedom down 2-1 in the top of the second when Justin Lanunette singles down the left field line. Justin Lee ties the game up at 2. Freedom will go on to defeat the Lancers 7-5 in the final. Also, Cosby lost in the state quarters to Colgan 6-1. To softball in the West End. Mills Godwin's softball team showing off their dance skills part of their Class 5 quarterfinal against Stonebridge. Early on, Eagles starting pitcher Caitlin Hubley strong in the circle, getting the KL Emily Hughes as Hubley struck out the side in the first inning, but she would make one big mistake against the opposing pitcher Kayla Fecal, who gets it just over the wall in left center for a 2-run homer to give the Bulldogs a 2-0 lead. They would go on to advance with a 3-0 win. Clover Hill also fell in the quarters to Woodgrove 9-0 the final. In Class 6, Cosby jumped on Battlefield early and never let up in their 10-0 win over 5 innings. The Titans are in the state semifinals for the third straight uninterrupted season and 7th in the last 10 years. Cam Brown pitched a complete game 1-hitter, which he allowed in the 5th inning, along with 6 strikeouts. Cosby will face McLean in the semifinals Friday morning. Manchester will join the Titans in Northern Virginia. They defeated Woodbridge 9-8 in 8 innings. And we finish up with boys lacrosse. Douglas Freeman hosted Briar Woods in one state semifinal matchup. First quarter, Landon Sonnerfeld, the one-timer for Briar Woods, who jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Brady Carmichael made it 2-0 as they advanced to the state title game after a 12-10 win. They will meet the defending champion Riverside, who defeated Deep Run 20-9 in the other state semifinal.